MMA fighter Mike Rio. You there, man?
Yeah, man.
Good stuff. What are you up to tonight?
None, man. Just winding down from a hard sparring session at class. So, it's a great sparring session. I feel fantastic, and I can't wait to start fighting already.
Good deal. So let's get things rolling by asking you how you got started in mixed martial arts and where are you training?
Well, right now I'm training at Zen Jiu-Jitsu with Enrico Coco and Young Tigers with Manolo and Etigre. But I started just, after college. I had really no direction, came back home, started working in the nightclub industry, and, I just got kind of old after a while, and all my friends were like, hey, jump into fighting. And I was like, nah, I don't have any desire to do anything athletic right now. And eventually they got me to go into the gym, and I've been doing it for 5 years now, about 5 years. So, yeah, I've never stopped. I haven't stopped. I even quit my job for it. I'm 100% full-time fighter.
That's awesome. So how much are you training in a week?
In a week, I train every day, twice a day, and the closer I get to a fight, it ends up going 3 times a day because I add in a running session before or after a training session. So it's nonstop, man. This is a lifestyle to me. This is everything to me. So I can't let it fall through my fingers by slacking and not going to practice one day.
For sure. This question is kind of off the cuff, but how do you choose your entrance theme for your fights?
How do I choose my entrance theme? Whatever's hot at the moment, whatever makes me feel like up and amped, and whatever just sounds good. I mean, I know every other athlete out there, every single athlete goes for runs with their iPods on or their MP3s on, and they run, and then one certain song comes on, and then they start to book it, or they start to spar harder, they start to work out harder. That's usually how I pick my song. The song that gets me like a fire under my ass, that's the one I pick usually.
Nice. Okay, and obviously this is probably a question you get all the time, but your nickname is the Wolverine. Talk to me about how you came up with that name.
Well, actually, I didn't come up with that name. It was kind of bestowed on me. All through wrestling, you're not allowed to have long hair, so I've always had to have my hair cut short all the time. The second I got done with college wrestling and I was done with my career for good, I just let my hair grow completely, and everybody started saying, "Oh, you look like Wolverine. You look like Wolverine." And I was like, "No, I don't. Stop playing with me. I don't want to hear it." And then it ended up being Jen Bronco, who is a MMA personality here in Miami. After one of my fights, she ended up saying it in the stadium in the cage, and everybody loved it. So hey, might as well run with it.
Nice, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's talk a little bit about these Ultimate Fighter tryouts that you're going to this weekend.
Yes. The Ultimate Fighter tryouts. It's literally the one thing right now in my life that can either keep me what I'm doing or completely change my life 180 completely. And I have the resume to go up there and, show Dana White and be like, listen, out of like the 500 guys you have here, I'm at least top 10% just on resume alone. So, that's automatically pushing me up on top of the list. But, of course, when I get there, I'm going to have to show up and impress them and then hopefully get to the interview session and, kind of like charm them into putting me in the house, hopefully. That's the goal.
Okay, so how does it exactly work? What day do you head down there?
Well, I'm leaving the 4th, like late afternoon. The tryouts are actually the 5th, and I come back the 6th. I gotta do it really quick. I can't sit there and play around and hang out because I have a fight coming up on the 17th for CFA. Not really sure exactly the logistics. I know they're gonna make you grapple.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna make you grapple to see if you can grapple. They're gonna make you hit the pads because you can automatically pick out if somebody knows what they're doing or not, if they're hitting the pads and if they're grappling. And if you impress them, I guess if you have a certain look or if you impress them, they'll move you on to the personality portion, which is hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can charm them into putting me in the house. That'd be awesome.
For sure. I don't think you'll have any trouble at that part, man.
Yes, awesome.
Okay, you have an impressive record. What was your most impressive win so far in your career?
My most impressive win?
Yeah.
I've had some nice wins, but I would say my most impressive win was my second fight. I forgot the guy's name. My second fight, I ended up the fight lasted 1:40-something, but 15 seconds into the fight, the guy broke my nose. Like it was completely shattered. And then
wow.
right after, and after that, I ended up just completely just taking it to him, and he didn't hit me one more time after that, and I still won the fight even though my nose was on the side of my face.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How much weight do you have to cut?
Roughly 15 to 20 pounds, depending on how hard I lift and or if I'm just eating. I usually don't diet so much. I'm a born and bred wrestler. I can lose weight no problem. Losing weight isn't a problem to me, so I don't have to like over diet like all these other guys do.
Right,
I mean, luckily I know how to lose weight. So.
Now, when did you start wrestling?
I'm 30 years old now. I started wrestling when I was 14 in middle school, and yeah, my dad forced me into it, and I just ended up loving it and never left it. I mean, you got to have some type of screw loose or something in your head to actually continue wrestling because there is no benefit. You're not getting the girls.
Right.
You're not eating Thanksgiving. You're not eating Christmas. You're working out 10 times harder than everybody in the school. You're sacrificing. You can't go to parties. I mean, you got to have some type of a screw loose. I know I do somehow, somewhere.
So you took that into college too?
Yeah, I wrestled my 4 years in high school, ended up becoming a 2-time undefeated state champ, ended up going to college. I was in the national finals 4 years in a row. I won it 3 years. My freshman year, I ended up taking second to some Russian world guy. I was 20 years old at the time, and he was 29, and he was on the Russian world team. So I was beating him, and then he pinned me. That was one of those days. But then I ended up winning nationals 3 years after that, so I think I did pretty good.
For sure, yeah. Efren Escudero is your only loss.
Yes.
What went wrong in that fight?
He played his game plan to a T. He did exactly what he needed to do to beat me. The funny thing is, his game plan was the game plan I wanted to use against him. Get up on the cards and then dance away, make him come at me, and if he comes at me, most likely he makes mistakes, and I get to capitalize on the mistakes.
Right.
But since I got caught in the guillotine so early, I knew I was down on the cards, and I'm not one of those guys who's just going to sit there and bow out and let the guy beat me. So I fell right into his game plan, started chasing him, and I was making mistake after mistake, and he literally just picked me apart. His experience literally showed that day, 100%. His experience beat me.
Okay. And then coming off that loss, how difficult was that for you?
Oh, my God. That was probably one of the hardest things, trying to train with no motivation, trying to get up in the morning to go to training with no motivation, trying to diet with no motivation, just getting out to go for a run with no motivation. It was, oh, my God, it was killer. I had to literally over-push myself just to even get out to go run. That was terrible. I hated it.
Okay. And you've worked a lot with the CFA promotion. Want to talk about them a little bit?
Yeah, the CFA is doing great things right now. They've been working with me very well. I mean, this is going to be my last fight contracted with CFA. They haven't talked to me about renewing a contract yet, so I don't know if they want me back on their show or what they have ideas for. But from when I started fighting to now, CFA has been doing great for me. They've been paying me well. They keep me in the loop. They promote me very well, and I'm just happy. I mean, I'm sad it's going to come to an end, but, everybody's got to grow up and, move on and evolve. So hopefully, I evolve to the better part.
Now, you mentioned you have a fight coming up. What date is that?
December 17th in Miami at UM.
Okay. And do you have an opponent yet?
Yes. His name is John Ortolini. I think I pronounced it right. Don't really know much of the guy. All I know is he's originally a 170-pounder, real, like, a tank kind of guy, like built, like, strong. Like, you could tell he's got thick bones and he's, like, muscle strong. And he's going to be a tough opponent. I heard he's just extremely, extremely tough. He's a game fighter. He's going to go after you no matter what, even if he's losing. It doesn't matter. So I'm expecting a good fight. I'm expecting an exciting fight. And I'm expecting. I always expect to be fight of the night. I always do because I always give my 100%, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give his 100%. So I'm expecting fight of the night that night.
Good deal, man. Okay, how important is it to finish your matches?
Oh, I grew up in a wrestling family. To me, wrestling. If I can pin the guy and get off the mat in 20 seconds, I'm going to pin the guy and get off the mat in 20 seconds. I don't want to sit there and prolong it. Same thing at the fighting. Except fighting is a little bit more dangerous. The longer you're in there, the more chances you have to getting injured, breaking something, getting knocked out. You know what I mean? So if I can end the fight in 15 seconds, I'm going to end the fight in 15 seconds. I'm going to try my best to get it done with.
Good deal. We ask this of all the fighters that come on. Do you have a street fight story?
A street fight story. I have plenty of street. I used to work in the nightclub industry as a
that's true.
security guard.
You said that. Yeah.
I have plenty of street fight stories, but I don't think I'm allowed to say them because I might be able to get locked up for them.
Okay, well,
I might go to
pass
jail
on
for some of them.
For sure, man. Next, we're going to do the name game. Tell me what comes to mind when you hear the names. James Terry.
James Terry. I have no clue. I don't even know. Who's James Terry?
He's just an MMA fighter. You know what? I'm going to skip past this because I actually think this part was for another fighter. So,
for real?
Yeah, I think my information here was wrong. I think I was given this, but we have plenty more questions. Who are the top 5 fighters in the 155-pound weight division that you would like to fight?
Of course. 100% I want to fight Efren Escudero again. I mean, not because I dislike him. Me and Escudero get along fine. He's a very good guy. I like him a lot. But, I lost to him, so I want some redemption. You know what I mean? I want at least another chance.
For sure.
Of course, Efren Escudero. I would love to fight all the top names. I want to fight Ben Henderson. I want to fight Guida. I want to fight give me the top 5 guys, and I eventually want to get them and fight them all. I want to be the best of the best. I don't want to just go into the UFC and, be mediocre and, I'm just in the heap. I want to be on the top of the heap. I want to fight
For
all.
sure.
Yes.
Okay, this weekend there's a big fight. Who do you think? Bisping, Mayhem? Tell me who you think will win the fight and how it will finish.
That's a weird matchup. That's a weird matchup. I don't know exactly how it's going to finish. I really like Mayhem, but I think Bisping's going to win.
Okay. Good stuff, man.
I have no idea how it's going to – I have no idea because it's a weird matchup.
For sure. And last thing, anything that you'd like to promote or talk about your Twitter, website, sponsors?
Yeah, if anybody wants to hit me up, if anybody wants to talk to me, chat with me, I literally answer everyone that emails me or Facebooks me or Twitters me. I answer everybody. So if you want to Facebook me, just look me up, Mike Rio. You'll find me. I have like 4 pages. You'll find me easy. If you want to Twitter me, Mike Rio MMA, one word. I mean, if everybody could do me a favor, please do me a humongous favor. Get on Twitter. Twitter Dana White and tell Dana White that you want to see Mike Rio in the Tough House. You want to see me in there, and I want Dana White to know who I am. So when I get there, he's like, that's the guy everybody's talking about. I really need everybody's help to get that. And people I want to thank, of course, K-Walk, shopkwy.com, Walter's Coffee Shop, New Breed, CFA, my management team, ML Management, my coaches, my teammates, everybody. I mean, I wouldn't be anything right now if it wasn't for the people supporting me. So thank you for everybody, my fans, my family, everybody.
Good deal, man. Thanks for the interview. Hopefully we talk to you soon.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank you, guys.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon, man.